What's up, guys? This is the network back with another video, and today we are talking about zombie debt and data furnisher setup. This is one of the most powerful stages in the entire credit system because right here, you're not just fixing or building credit, you're actually taking control of it. You're stepping into the part of the system that most people never see, the part that reports the data instead of reacting to it. And once you understand this process, you realize that lenders and bureaus only hold power because they can furnish data when you can do that too. You shift from playing the game to running your own version of it. Now let's start with what it really means to be a data furnisher. When you become a furnisher, you gain access to report trade lines directly to Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. That means you can add payment data, remove errors faster, and update statuses yourself without waiting months for someone else to fix them. It's like going from being a tenant in the system to owning a piece of the building. You can also build primaries directly onto your CPN or personal credit file using verified account data that you control. It's one of the most advanced and legitimate ways to accelerate credit strength and business credibility. But before you even think about reporting, you have to set up your foundation correctly. This isn't a phase where you want to move fast. This is precision work. You start with structure. You need an active LLC or corporation in good standing with an EIN number, a business bank account under that same name, a secure workspace, and encryption like File Vault or BitLocker installed on your main device. That workspace should be private locked and used only for credit operations. No shared computers, no public Wi-Fi, because when you start handling consumer data, you are responsible for protecting it. And that's what compliance means. You also need a professional business email and phone line because when the bureaus communicate with you, they expect to see official correspondence, not a personal Gmail from a random user. Your company should look and act like a small reporting agency. That means professional tone, secure access, and records stored safely at all times. After the foundation is set, the real work begins. Step 1, register your business entity in your state and get your EIN from the IRS. Once you have those, open a dedicated business bank account for all operations. This gives your company a traceable financial identity. Step 2, licensing. Some states require a consumer collection agency license for any company that handles or reports debt. Check your state Department of Financial Regulation or Business Oversight website and apply if needed. Keep copies of every approval letter in your compliance binder. Step 3, build your compliance policies. These are the internal rules that keep your operation safe. You need a data security policy, a dispute resolution plan, and a record retention process because when you become a furnisher, you will respond to consumer disputes through a system called eOscar. Step 4, buy debt portfolios, but never buy from random sellers, only verified brokers with full chain of title. You want proof that the portfolio you're buying has legitimate ownership records that can be traced back to the original creditor. Start small with retail, telecom, or medical portfolios. These are lower risk and easier to manage. Create a portfolio register spreadsheet that lists every account you acquire with columns for account age, balance, consumer data, and chain of title file name. That log becomes part of your compliance proof. Step 5, get consumer consent. This is how you stay compliant and ethical if you plan to reassign or report paid accounts. Always contact the consumer professionally. Explain that you are offering to report a positive trade line or paid in full status in exchange for signed consent. Use DocuSign or a similar verified platform to collect signatures because you need digital proof of consent stored in your records at all times. Step 6, Metro 2 reporting. This is the actual data format used by all credit bureaus to process updates. You'll need to purchase the official Metro 2 manual and use approved vendor software. Service Bureau, Hutchins Systems, or Switch Labs are reliable options. Once your furnisher credentials are issued, you'll submit reports monthly through these systems. This step transforms your business into a legitimate data source. Every time you report an update, it goes directly into bureau databases just like a lender does. Step 7, dispute management register with eOscar. This is the platform used to receive and respond to consumer disputes. You'll have 30 days to respond to each case, and you'll verify or correct data using your Metro 2 software. Always save your responses and screenshots inside your audit log. Step 8, data security. Store all files in locked rooms, encrypted drives, and use secure transfer protocols like SFTP if you need to send data anywhere. In short, everything must be documented, encrypted, and retrievable for audits. Now let's talk about timing. Here's a realistic timeline month. 1, focus on business registration and licensing. Month 2, set up your compliance documentation, install your Metro 2 software, and purchase your first small portfolio. Month 3, start your first round of monthly reporting. This 3-month ramp up gives you time to learn the system before scaling. Once your reporting is active, you'll be running a data furnishing company. So what's the real use of this power? Once your furnisher credentials are approved, you can start building primary accounts onto your CPN or personal file. Just like a bank would, the goal isn't to fake accounts. It's to report legitimate activity that reflects paid or verified debt. There are 4 main types of primaries: installment loans, credit cards, rent reporting, and zombie debt or reassigned paid trade lines. Let's start with rent reporting. You can use services like Boom Pay Rent Reporters or Rental Karma to report on time rental payments that build long-term history under your CPN or business file. It's low risk and builds steady activity. Next are installment loans, small fixed payment accounts that show consistency. Vendors like Ava Finance, Credit Strong, Self Kickoff, and Lockbox let you open manageable accounts that report monthly use, automatic payments, and keep utilization low because this data becomes your reputation with lenders. Now, zombie debt. This is where your furnisher status really shines. Zombie debt is paid off or charged off debt that you've purchased legally through a verified broker and reassigned with consumer consent. You can report those accounts as paid or settled in full, which immediately boosts the maturity of the file because it shows past credit experience. The key here is documentation. You can only report what you can prove, so you need full chain of title records, consent agreements, and payment proof. When you report through Metro 2, your software uses that data to send accurate updates directly to the bureaus. The result is a real trade line with a verified status that supports your file's history. For entry-level vendors, you can look into Debt Catcher or Debt Connection. These platforms specialize in small portfolio sales and let you test the process safely before moving to larger acquisitions. Once you start reporting consistently, your company becomes part of the credit ecosystem, and the bureaus will recognize your entity as a trusted data source. Let's talk about compliance, because this is where many people fail. Store every signed consumer consent digitally, encrypt every file, and back up your Metro 2. Exports to offline drives. Retain all records for at least 7 years. Use audit logs for each submission, an eOscar response, and keep your folder structure organized. For example, have a portfolio folder, a reports folder, and a consents folder, each named by month and year. This structure protects your furnisher status and shows that your company operates professionally. The long-term benefit of becoming a data furnisher is simple. You gain leverage. You can report trade lines to your own CPNs, your own clients, or your business credit. You can restructure old debt into positive reporting, and you control the data flow at every level. Instead of waiting for someone else to fix your profile, you become the system that creates updates. This is the stage where the network separates serious builders from average users, because when you control reporting, you control your reputation. Once you're fully operational, begin with test accounts to make sure your Metro 2 submissions process correctly. Record your first batch of uploads. Note every confirmation, then intentionally trigger a small dispute through eOscar just to test how your company responds. Practice your compliance workflow before scaling. Once you've mastered this process, you can integrate it directly into the next method, which focuses on lease takeovers and auto credit strategy. And that's where you start turning this data control into real-world financing opportunities. So to sum it all up, when you become a data furnisher, you move from being a participant to being infrastructure. You gain access to report data directly to the bureaus, purchase verified portfolios, add legitimate primaries to your files, and respond to disputes through the same systems lenders use. It's not theory. It's the real framework used by institutions every day. And when you have that level of control, you'll never be stuck waiting on someone else to validate your progress. If you're ready to take the step into data furnishing and learn how to buy debt portfolios, set up Metro 2 reporting, and handle eOscar disputes, the network walks you through it. Live inside the Discord. That's where you can ask questions, get templates, and connect with other builders. Telegram is no longer reliable, and for daily updates, follow on Instagram at the network link. And if you want the full downloadable version of this method with checklists, templates, and sample compliance documents, it's all inside Patreon. It's $50 per month right now, and anyone who joins at that price is locked in for life. Every YouTube video has a full method attached inside Patreon. This video is for educational purposes only. Contact the network directly on Discord for help.